everyone, it's Christina. Let's begin our basic yoga warm-up on our hands and knees, bringing your hands directly underneath your shoulders and your knees directly underneath your hips. Coming into cat and cow. So take an inhale, tuck your toes, arching your back, looking up and forward. On your exhale, curve your spine in the opposite direction, looking back towards your thighs. Continue on this pattern. Every inhale, arch your back, and every exhale, curve in the opposite way. Inhale, spread those shoulders wide, look up and forward, and exhale, reach that mid back up towards the sky, looking back towards your thighs. Working your feet, working your back, continue to move in this way, coordinating movement and breath, bringing some heat, starting to generate warmth in your midsection and your core, warming up your whole body, starting out with your spine. As you move in and out of the arch and curve, press all 10 fingers evenly into the floor, especially your index and your thumb, and then coordinating your feet with your movement as well, stretching the bottoms of your feet. And come into a few more rounds of breathing here, really working that back. Take one more exhale here in cat and cow, and then come back to a neutral spine. Tuck your toes, press into the floor with both hands, and straighten your legs into a downward facing dog, alternating bending and straightening your legs. Each time you straighten that leg, slowly send your heel down towards the floor, really stretching the back of your leg and the muscles there, gently working through, trying not to force anything too quickly. Coming into stillness in your downward facing dog. Stay here for a moment. Take a deep inhale and exhale. And now raise your heels all the way up and bend your knees. Look forward and step your feet up to the front of your mat, coming into a forward fold. If your hands don't reach the ground, be sure to bend those knees to get them down there. And on your next inhale, come up halfway, straightening your spine, looking up. And then exhale, fold back down over your legs, looking backwards. Coming up to standing with a straight spine, bring your arms out and up. And then on an exhale, release your hands down by your sides. Take another inhale, rotate your arms out and reach them up. Exhale, fold your torso back down into your forward fold. And inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Coming up to standing once again, reaching out and up. And then take an exhale and release your hands down by your sides. One more time. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, look up halfway. And then exhale, fold back down. Coming up to standing with a straight back, bring your arms out and up. And then release your hands down. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up, looking upward. Exhale, fold your torso over your legs. Inhale, look up halfway. And exhale, fold your torso back down. Take an inhale, reaching up. And then on an exhale, bring your hands down by your sides. Inhale, rotate your arms and send them up. Exhale, fold your torso over your legs, forward fold. Inhale, coming up halfway. And then exhale, plant your hands down, stepping back into a plank. Lower your body all the way down onto the floor. Untuck your toes, bring your forehead to the floor. Palms stay flat on the ground. Coming up into a low cobra arch. So just lifting your shoulders and your head off the ground. And then set it back down. Tuck your toes. Come through your hands and knees if you'd like, and straighten your legs into a downward facing dog. Breathe here for a moment, and then on your inhale, raise your heels all the way up and bend your knees. Look forward and walk your feet up into your forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway, straightening that back, and exhale, fold back down. Coming up to standing with a straight back, bring your arms out and up, and release your hands down by your sides. Take another inhale, rotate your arms and raise them up towards the sky. Exhale, fold your torso over your legs, forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, plant your hands down onto the floor, step back in a plank, and lower your body all the way onto the ground, untucking your toes, forehead to the floor. Coming up into full cobra, using those hands, relax your shoulder muscles away from your ears, and then slowly peel yourself back down onto the floor. Your head is the last thing to reach the ground. Tuck your toes, come through your hands and knees, and then straighten your legs into a downward facing dog. Hold here, take a deep inhale and exhale through your nose, sending those heels down if you need to keep those knees bent, and then raise your heels all the way up, bend your knees, look forward, and walk your feet up into your forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway, exhale, fold back down. Coming up to standing with a straight back, bring your arms out and up, and then release your hands down by your sides. Take an inhale, rotate your arms out and up. Exhale, fold your torso down over your legs. Inhale, come up halfway, and exhale, plant your hands down and step into a plank. Moving through your vinyasa, hover above the ground 2 inches and go straight into an upward facing dog, and then straight into a downward facing dog from there. Settle here for a moment, breathe in and out, feel the down dog shape in your body, and then raise your heels, bend your knees, look forward, and walk your feet up into a forward fold. Take an inhale, look up halfway, and exhale, fold back down. Coming up to standing with a straight spine, bring your arms out and up, and then release your hands down by your sides. Sitting back into a chair pose, reach your hips back and your arms forward. Most of your weight should be in your heels here. Reaching your hands forward, and then slowly release your torso over your legs. Inhale, look up halfway, and then exhale, bend back down, plant your hands, and step back into a plank and move through your Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing dog, and then downward facing dog. Reach those hips up and back at the same time. Feel your shoulder blades on your back. And now raise your right leg up behind you and step it forward in between your hands, coming into a high lunge. Raise your arms all the way up. Settle your hips down, reaching your arms up. Keep that right knee bent. Keep breathing. And then bring your hands down to frame your foot. Step back into a plank and move through your vinyasa, coming through Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing dog, and then downward facing dog. Stay here. Feel that upside down V shape. Send those heels down towards the floor. Raise your left leg up behind you and step it forward in between your hands, coming into a lunge on the left side. Reach your arms up, press your hips down, and reaching your arms up at the same time. Energy in opposing directions. And then set your hands down onto the floor, step back into a plank, and move through your vinyasa, Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing dog, and take an exhale and go into your downward facing dog. Stay here for a moment, breathe, come back to your breath, and then raise your heels, bend your knees, look forward, and come into your forward fold, bending your knees if needed. Take an inhale and look up halfway, straightening your back, and then exhale, fold back down. Coming through Utkatasana or chair pose or fierce pose, whatever you'd like to call it, reaching your hips back and your hands up and forward, and then standing up nice and tall, releasing your hands down by your sides. Coming into another chair pose, reach those hips back and your arms up and forward, your weight is in your heels, and then take an exhale and fold your torso over your legs. Inhale, look up halfway. And then exhale, fold back down, plant your hands, step back through plank, and then move through your vinyasa, coming through, upward facing dog, and then into a downward facing dog. Take a moment, take a breath here, and now getting ready to raise that right leg up behind us and step it forward in between your hands, coming into our lunge one more time. Send those hips down, bending through that right leg. And then send your hands down onto the floor, step back into a plank, and move through your vinyasa, coming through chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Stay here for another moment, getting ready to come into the other side. Lift your left leg up behind you, and then step it forward in between your hands, coming into lunge on the left. Reaching those arms up, bend through that left leg, pressing down through your legs. And then set your hands down next to your foot, step back through plank, and move through your Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Take a moment and stay here. Really breathe. Breathe into your body, feel the warmth and the heat. Raise your heels, bend your knees, look forward, and step your feet into your forward fold. Look up halfway on your inhale, and take an exhale and fold your torso back down. Coming back through chair pose, sit those hips back and reach your hands up and forward. One more breath here. And then standing up nice and tall, releasing your hands down by your sides. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.